Hi, I'm host Eric. Welcome to Talking with Those People. I'm host Derek tonight because we had other Erics in the mix here, so I decided to be host Derek.
Derek.
It's my identical twin brother who's also me. And anyway, we're talking right now about choosing our own adventure. And right now I'm going to choose the adventure called Clean Up This Spilled Bong Water. You guys talk about choosing your own adventure without me for a minute.
Patrick, what you should do is you should make the choose your own adventure model typing thing, because it sounds like that's more towards your channels, towards what you're trying to do right now, right? Me and Eric are both a little bit more interested in the story-oriented one, like maybe taking something like the troll question or something along those lines and building kind of something along the same model, but with that story-oriented. If we can put together something half decent with that, you can put together something half decent with the typing, then we do a collaboration effort where the adventure goes between the two channels.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I start off link, and like I said, you have two options. Choose these two, and then I link to your guys' videos where you have the videos for those two responses, and then you say,
and it branches off and goes between them all over the place. And if we had a long enough, big enough story that was good enough or problem or whatever, it was so awesome.
Because here's the thing, I ideally, and this is where all the people in the comments right now, the 7 other attendees, this is where they would come in, where we get an FI Dom maybe making a video and explaining, giving them some options, like we don't just have an ENTP and an ISTP doing the entire thing. We have a bunch of other types making videos for them to find the type, Yeah, we need to storyboard this.
Okay, potentially that. Here's another slight variation of that, just to keep things a little bit more us-oriented. I like the idea of having different types and different DOMs be parts of this so that it's not just like us thinking about that kind of thing, like we can actually utilize that. So I'm thinking in its evolved form, we would have some sort of storyboard laid out that we would make. We might get input from other people, we might not. We have the kind of like full idea laid out, all the different maybe questions or ideas or thought patterns that have to be thought out. But then reach out to the community that will hopefully be big enough at that point and have enough different types of DOMs in it at that point, and get their responses to those questions, and then use those responses, but we'll make the videos.
Yeah, well, I mean, I agree with that too. And the other thing I was thinking about.
But look, now hold on. Let me chime in. Any plan that involves coordinating other people to do this and do that, fuck it. It's not going to work. We say, I'm going to do this thing. And then Patrick says, I'm going to do this too. Hey, how about we combine it like this? If we both get those things done, make them independent nodes so that we can coordinate without directing.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, and I agree with you, but I want to throw this idea out there, because the thing is if I make a video about, like, SE, and someone's like, I don't know what type I am, and they see me making a video, and they say, like, oh, this guy, because I'm an ISTP, and they say, like, oh, I resonate with this guy. It's a lot easier than if ENTP is making a video about SE, and they're like, well, I don't really resonate with ENTP, but I guess what he's saying is, it relates to me. You know what I'm saying? It adds that human component, whereas I use SE. If I'm explaining SE, they watch the video and they say, I relate to this person, and I relate to what he's saying.
I get your idealism. I don't know if it's going to happen. I think if we had like a core returning guest on Talking with Famous People, at least one for every type, if we got to that point where we had like people that we could actually depend on to contribute in some fashion from every single type, then that would be a possibility.
Look, we're not MBTV.
Yeah, we don't have it. Yeah, I just want to throw it out there. We can get JC to help us out and stuff. But yeah, I agree with you guys. Like, we need to have a core group who's committed to it.
I think we need to not have commitment. That's what we need to have. Is we say, let's do this right now. That involves just the people who are right here, who who are not even committing, but saying like, yeah, I'm excited about this. If my excitement carries me through this project, fantastic. I'm looking forward to doing it, and this is gonna be fun. And and then not worry about thinking things like, well, if we could get some other people involved from blah blah blah. That's fucking. We're not ENFJs. That's how they roll.
Yeah. Right? I like to think I'm an ESFJs and ISTP, but can't get there.
Yeah.
I think we're putting way too much typing into the conversation about what we're going to do.
Well, that's why I'm trying to make it simple. That's why I'm saying make it simple. Look, the first question should be FE or FI. The second question should also be FE or FI. Then we should have some red herring questions in this first video, right?
Yeah, we need some red herring questions in there. Right. Get these people who are veterans confused.
Right. So you have, like, say, 10. The first video should be to determine FE or FI. You have about 10 questions, right? And you do things that are intentionally designed to make them think it's FE, FI, make them make a choice that's actually revelatory of something else. This is video 1. Once you have FE or FI down, you know the other one is in the shadow slot. So you go, okay, the link from this video, you go, oh, they're FE. So now let's get their attitude towards FI. And let's access, let's figure out where the FI is, their shadow slot function. 2.
Post-error.
What?
Hard part is coming up with these
we can't see anything you're writing.
Oh. Well, that's because I'm not using
Write this down. This part's the easy part.
No, it's not.
If you can determine what is the dominant thing of all 4 of them, like, I get the math on how to determine what goes where. Like, that's easy.
No, it's not. No, I've actually thought through this a bit. It's actually a lot more fucking complicated than you think.
Yeah, but I just need to sit down with pen and paper for that. We don't need to have a discussion about that. What bothers me, or we can, I don't care. I'm just saying, what bothers me, or what the hard part is for me, is how to come up with a question that can be an A, B, or C answer, or A, B, C, or D, or whatever answer, that we can definitively type or definitively send them to the appropriate next video. That's the hard part.
That's why you use the +1, -1 system. Okay? So you ask 10 questions in a video. There's +1s and -1s. Okay? Some of the questions are going to be red herrings. We're going to have to be able to figure that out, right? But what we know is that what we could do is we could have it in 3 sections. We could say, okay, add up your scores from questions 2, 4, and 5. And those will all be like red herrings. There'll be nothing. We just toss those out. Yeah. Add up your questions from this. Add up your question from this. If your score on and then we say, and then we put at the end, we say, if you scored this on A, then click this link. If you scored this on A, you got a negative number on A, click this link. And then we can put for B and C, we don't, at that point, you may or may not need the red herring thing, right? Because at that point, you're relying them to honestly represent what their numbers are that they've added up. So it doesn't matter. You can just put the A thing at that point. You've had them add up the numbers for A, B, and C. So at that point, they're confused as to what you're actually testing. At the end of the video, you reveal, oh, we're actually only counting A answers. That's okay. You've already fooled them.
No reveal.
Well, you do because otherwise you have to set it up and you go like, now if you got this score on section B, well, section B doesn't actually matter. We're not making a video to send them there on section B unless we want to do multiple splitting threads from each thing. And then it gets way too fucking complicated.
But we wouldn't want to start that complicated.
Right. It's too complicated. So I've got a simple algorithm that's going to work to start. FE versus FI is your first question. The second question is determined to try to figure out where the shadow...
Yeah, but what is the question? I want to know the actual question.
It doesn't fucking matter. That's the easy part. What you say is the easy part is the hard part. What you say is the hard part is the easy part.
Okay, you're right. It is the easy part, but it's the part that's never going to get around to being done.
No, that's also wrong. We can sit here and make up questions all fucking night and love it and get nothing accomplished. That's also exactly wrong. This is the part that won't get done if we don't do it. This is the hard part. So look, if you stop interrupting me, I'll get through it in about fucking 5 seconds because it's short too. You go one at a time. One at a time, right? You do the judgers first, the judging functions first. TE versus TI. And then again, the second set of slots is just to attempt to determine where in the 5, 6, 7, 8 area the shadow one lands. This is going to be the way that the people are least prepared to deal with it. I'm not testing to find out whether you're FE or FI anymore. I'm testing to find out the one that you didn't pick, how antagonistic do you feel towards it?
Yeah.
Or how
Because if
comfortable
you're
are
a TI dom, if you're a TI dom, you don't want anything to do with FI.
No, you don't want anything to do with SE at all.
Well,
because it's a 7. I'm saying the 7th slot is where we can get all sorts of food, because everybody is pretty blind about their own 7th slot shit, right? So it's like when you ask questions.
It's a lot easier to type someone by their best function and their 7th function.
Right.
Like ISTP, TI DOM, and just shit NE, and INTP, TI DOM, but just fucking garbage ass SE, you know?
Right. Now, if these 4 questions alone aren't enough to completely type somebody if they're right. So these other questions should be designed to verify, basically. So now that we've determined, oh, look, you've got FE and you've got apparently FI in the 7th slot, right? 7th slot FI. So you go, okay, well then you have to be ENTP, right? That's the only one that has that combination. It means you're 3-7 with the Fs. And when that happens, that means you're ENTP. Is there any other type that has that? I'm pretty sure no.
ESTP has that.
Oh, ESTP has that too? Okay. So now, just with this, you've got it narrowed down to 2 types. It's ESTP.
If that's what you find out from it.
Well, sure, but whatever you find out, you're going to find out this. And then the second question is designed to say which slot that's in, right? Now, if it's not 7, if you determine that it's 5 or something, you probably have a less clear, a less decisive or reliable answer if it's not 7. But
exactly, certain paths would be shorter.
But you'll still have clues as to where it is based on their answers. So, for example, if I wanted to show that FI was in the 5th slot, I would ask questions like, I would try to figure out behaviors that FI DOMs do, and I would say, how much do you like these people? A question that says, how much do you like these people? And describe behaviors. Which of these people do you feel most comfortable with? Which of these people do you trust most, right? And I describe an FI DOM behavior, an FE, like that kind of shit.
And well, here's the thing. With FI in the 5th slot, we're talking ESFJ and ENFJ. They're gonna have a great deal of feeling in general. So we need to ask them thinking questions, because an ESFJ and ENFJ are gonna have 7th TE. So that's the way we're going to get them.
Okay, so basically we need to do 2 cycles of this then. All right, you're right, of course. We need to do 2 cycles. The same thing I'm saying, and then again. But again, I'll show you how it shifts. So we got, F. We got T, 2 questions on T's, 2 questions on N's. And then again, shadow, and then 2 questions on S, shadow, and then once we have these answers here, they will be taken to one of 8. One of 8 possible things of these again. So you have to have 8 more, really. But even if you weren't to do that, you run the thing through again.
Yo. What are the 8 videos? What are these new 8 videos about?
Okay, well, what I was saying is the ideal way you do it is have a confirmation video chain for each of the resultant dominant functions that pops out of here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
just
like
to
this
make
would
sure
narrow it down to 2.
Dominant.
This would narrow it down to 2, and then this would say, and this would narrow each of those two, if each of these 8 videos will be designed to narrow down that 2, or they should also have a way in which if you get to the end of your extra video here and it contradicts this one, that it would send you back to the beginning in some way. Or that it would send you to another beginning. Or it would send you to a second confirmation. I don't know. But that's if we care a lot about testing. As an entertainment tool, we don't need to do all this. We just have 2 of these.
as entertainment.
We just run this twice.
As a way to get more views.
If we only need 16 videos, okay? Run this twice. 2 sets of questions. And the when you get to the second one, then it's this is functionally going to be, you have to have them keep score for the whole time, I guess. That's the only way it works, right? So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you have 16 total videos. And each of them is designed, well, look, on these ones you could have a 9 be designed to differentiate between, say, a NE plus NE plus TI, or NE versus NE plus FI, right? So we could do like those things for these ones. Anyway, with 16 total videos, if you had them, okay, so after this here, we say, all right, you have reached the end of part 1. Make a note of the following thing. And we tell them blah, 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 blah. Then at the end we go, remember your note? If you were the brown group and your score is this, click on A. If you were in the green group and your score is blah, click on B. If you were in the brown group and your score is meh, click on C. Like that. So that way you've got 16 total videos, and then you have 16 total more videos that are just a quick, which are this test has determined that you are an ISFJ. The ISFJ is blah, 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 blah. That's the last 16 videos you need, is that thing at the end, where it says this is your test result. So you got 32 total.
And I might not even describe an ISFJ. It might just be like, you got ISFJ, here's some links.
That'd be fine too, yeah. All right, so you need 32, but those last 16 could be just that. They might only be 30-second videos or whatever. 32. As far as the questions go, I don't know. How long do you think a given video should be? How many questions it should have?
Fuck yeah. I mean, you should have, like, each video should have, like 7 questions around.
Well, if you want to do the red herrings thing, then you could do it like this sort of thing.
I mean, this is a big project. This is a big
really project.
That's why I mentioned that it's. But look, this is actually the hard part. This is what I never got past. I never could figure out the plan.
Yeah, well, can you send me that, or just like whatever, like picture?
Sure, I will do that, and I'm also going to do this. I'm going to do an example first video of the series. So it'll be like, hello and welcome to online YouTube MBTI test. I'm Basement Overlord, and I'm the king of MBTI testing. You've come to the right place. Now I've got 10 questions for you, and I'm going to ask you to keep score in the following ways. Be careful score. You're going to need a pencil and paper for this. The first question is, do you more identify with the statement that I am a person who manages other people by concerning myself with their emotions? Or do you more identify with the statement, I am a person who makes decisions about people and circumstances based on my own emotions? Question 2. If you had a seashell and 2 children both wanted the shell, would you give it to neither of them, choose one who would get it, or destroy the shell out of spite? If you choose A, give yourself 1 point. If you choose B, if you choose, in the first question you do points on one thing, you have multiple units so you can deal with the red herrings if you wanted to, right? On this question, write down a triangle. On this question, if you got this answer, write down an orange. right? Something like that. And that'll help confuse people going in. And then at the end, you just say, now, if your numerical score was this or that, go here or there. And you just don't even talk about the oranges or the triangles and shit. But you successfully...
What it might do is it might have 3 columns, A, B, and C. And so, like,
Yeah.
B would be the red herrings. And it'd be like, if you have more answers in A than the other ones, click on this video. You know?
Right. If you have more answers in B than the other ones, then what do you do?
What the fuck are you doing with your life? Stop answering.
No, it could just be like FE demonstrative or something like that. Like I score high on FE stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And,
Well, yeah.
And the other problem is with your 3-column notion is that the red herring, you can still agree with it. If I ask you an FE question with an FE question, an FI question, and the red herring, which is actually an SE question, I might choose SE, you know? It'd be hard to come up with red herring questions that make no sense to choose.
Compare like FI and FE, and if they compare like FI, FE, and like SE, and if they totally dominate SE, just take them to that video, you know?
Right, actually, that's a good solution.
Yeah.
That's an excellent solution.
that is a good solution.
Make each of these things 3 instead of 2.
The seashell example, you know, not exactly that, but like the options could be an SE response would be like, you know, whatever. I don't know.
Right. I mean, it would be something inappropriate, like, you know, 2 children are crying, blah blah blah. There's a conflict. What do you do? Do you comfort both children? Do you go outside and smoke a cigarette? Or do you settle the matter by help? You know, it's like the third one, the middle one's irrelevant, right? It doesn't address the issue being asked at all.
Just smoke a blunt out in the back, yeah, just like something like an SE you would find funny, you know.
Right. I mean, I think that's a good plan. And now I'm excited by this thing.
Oh God!
I like the 3 choices.
The 3 choices makes it fly, I think.
Every question has just go in the back and smoke a blunt. Just every.
I would quit the quiz. I'd be like, it's a bullshit.
And right before you quit it, I'd just be like, if you're about to quit this video, you're definitely an ESTP who's not taking.
No, that's not.
Yeah, I'm an INFJ, so I would definitely quit the quiz.
You have that, yeah, you have that.
I mean, like, this is bullshit.
You have that 4th.
The ESFPs we do it just for fun. ESFPs, we just do it for fun.
No, I'm just kidding. If it seemed legit, I would take it.
Yeah, I mean, INFJs have that SE as their 4th slot. They kind of actually are like ESTPs in some ways.
Well, ESTP and INFJ, their function stacks are switched.
Yeah, so like INFJs are kind of like ESTPs in like a weird way. Like my friend, he doesn't take anything seriously, you know?
No, I take everything seriously. It's not very good.
Take everything in terms of consuming intoxicant type things.
What?
Is that what you're talking about? I was lost.
I said I take everything seriously.
Oh, I heard somebody was talking about intoxicants, and he said, "Well, I take everything," and I was like, "So you're saying
no, I don't.
You just take drugs constantly, or what?"
No, I don't.
Oh. Well, there's your problem. I'm joking.
And my solution. What'd you say, JC?
I said, if you take everything seriously, click on this video.
All right.
And I don't even give them the type. I just direct them to like just a video where I say like, you really need to stop taking things so seriously. Yeah.
We can have one video. There should be a 17th video, right? If you get certain answer, you click and you say, well,
You should have like bonus fun videos.
You have no type. You were born without a soul. You were born without a type.
That what is that weird type? The E something BJ? ERBJ.
ERBG. You're an ERBG. You say, I hope no one ever clicks this video, and I hope nobody ever has to click this video, but if you did, you were born without a soul. I'm sorry. And then you just end it. I'm sorry, you terrified me.
I would just tell them they're an Enneagram 9. If they don't get a type, they're probably an Enneagram 9 who probably watched the video and was just like, I don't know who I am. I'm gonna click on this answer.
They're ENFP, you mean?
That makes sense.
What's that?
I said you're.
I was saying Enneagram 9s. Like Enneagram 9s, they don't know who they are.
Are they ENFPs? Basement Overlord? Are Enneagram 9s ENFPs usually?
I don't think so.
More like
No.
yeah, like
introvert.
ISFJs and like INFJs, ISFPs.
Yeah.
The IFs.
ISFPs don't have a clear understanding of themselves at all. It's true. I don't think that's necessarily the case with
Well, no. Here's the thing. Enneagram 9s. The thing I read that was interesting is that Enneagram 9s, they understand themselves in almost a non-verbal way. So ISFPs, like, they understand themselves through art, but maybe not in like a fucking quiz, you know, where they're like, am I cold or warm, you know? You'll answer that.
Like, I don't know if are you cold? I must be cold. No.
Yeah, they probably just start getting their emotions and just like, what is cold, you know?
Thanks for watching Talking with Fans People. I've been host Eric with a cast of characters in attendance here.